Hello everyone, my name is Rajesh Kumar and I'm your DevOps SRE DevSecOps coach. I have close to 18 plus years of experience working in multiple MNCs around the globe and having in-depth knowledge of DevOps, SRE and DevSecOps. So I would like to introduce you one certification program in a DevOps, and that is we call it DevOps Certified Professional. Now this is a 2 months of program, 25 tools of DevOps you will learn, and apart from that you will also get the access to the LMS, lifetime access to the videos portal. It's a certification program, and you will have 25 assignments and 2 projects along with it. It's a completely weekend program, so here you have classes on Saturday and Sunday. So as part of this course, you will learn multiple things. Here you see that you will learn Linux, AWS, Docker, Jira, Confluence, Python, Git with GitHub, SonarQube, Maven, Gradle, Packer, Artifactory, Selenium, JMeter, Ansible, Kubernetes, Helm, Terraform, Jenkins, Datadog, Splunk, and Neuralink. Now, how do we, apply for this? So how can you reach out to us? So you have a WhatsApp number and email ID. So please reach out to us, and we'll help you to onboard this program. Apart from this DevOps certified professional programs, we are offering other certifications as well in a DevSecOps, SRE, and one of the very comprehensive programs which we have is in Master in DevOps Engineering. Yeah, so feel free to get in touch with us and then enroll for it. Thank you.
Okay, so today I want you to practice with Linux command. So there's a Linux command we have for the user. Okay, user command, the one which you can say is like operating system. Everyone has to know user command. And there's a admin command also. Admin command primarily used for troubleshooting, debugging, and things like that. So that is what we have to practice. Now, what I have done, these all commands which we need to practice, I have listed down. Linux command enter, and here you see this one, commands for a Linux user. Okay, so this command we need to practice today. So Linux has a hell lot of commands actually. Okay, uh, that also I have documented some places, which is here. Look at this Linux command, and the number of commands which you find minimum. These commands, either you call it commands or tools, it's up to you. This all works on the shell level. So here we have 1 2 2 9 commands which you can find it. So not every commands you need to remember, very few commands. Over the practice you will get most of the commands, but I want you to get started with it. Some of you must be knowing about it already, and if you have some clarification needed or something, you can ask the questions again. So yeah, you start with ls commands. So here ls command primarily for the listing purpose. Okay, and it has a multiple options available. So how do I know which options available? So though the Google is faster, but here there's one more command which is there, which is called man. Man man means manual of ls. So if you want to quickly know that what are the options available, so you can see the manual and look at this, a lot of it. So you can add these options based upon your requirement, and you can do that. So this is something you can try. Now, now, if you want to remove the file, you can simply say rm. Let me show you. Let's say I want to remove, there's a file which is called job. So what rm job.yaml. Yes, I want to remove. Done. But if I want to remove the directory, this directory, it will not work. So what to do? So let me create one directory, Raj, and rm hyphen r. You have to put the recursive to delete a directory. F also you can put it if you want it, and F for force, and this way. So yeah, creating deleting a directory and file, you can do that. Cp command we use for copying the files from one place to another place. Now if you want to copy the directory, you have to use R again. Okay, if you want to move the file, MB. And this command is for the soft link. Soft link in Windows we have a shortcut, right? So in Linux we call it a soft link. So if you want to create a soft link from this directory, this is the path, okay, and name in the current directory, you can create it. Touch is a command line to create a file or change the timestamp of the file, and more and less both are a command to see that. So if you want to see the content of the file, there are many commands are there. Let me show you. I use often more, but first command to see the content is cat. Okay, you can use more also. Okay, you can use less also. These more or less is along with the pagination, which will get it actually. Okay, you can also see the content using editors. So many editors are there, like a vi editor, vim nano, and also vi is inbuilt every Linux. You can see that, and so on. So many ways are there available to check the content of the file. Now head and tell, as you can see the name of the file. Head means you want to see the top of the file. So let's say head pod1.yaml, and here I'm seeing the top of the file, but the file is small, so it's showing full. Let's say I want to see only 3 lines first from top. And if you say, if you want to see from the tell means from the bottom. Okay, so bottom, uh, this is the just bottom few line, let's say this way. So from the bottom you are seeing the content. Okay, so head from top, tell from bottom. So this way you can see the content. List, you got talked about it. Cut command is very helpful when you want to cut based on the some file based on a certain pattern. So for example, let's say ls ls hyphen lrt. So this is the output. Now let's say you want to cut something based on the character 1 2 3 4 like that, or filled. So how do you do that? So cut, here you have to use the delimiter hyphen d, and this is a space, correct, delimiter. So here you see there is a space, and then f2. So here you have to use, and then, so let me ls hyphen lrt here. So here it has come this one. This is the filled one. This is the filled two, filled three, like that. So here space F2 means filled two, and you are getting it. If you do the fill three, root should be displayed. So if you want, there's a hell lot of combination for cut actually. So cut is very powerful command. I must ask you to spend some time here also. Okay, so this is the one. Uh, Here there is a many commands which we have for searching the files. There's one file command is called find. There's one command which is called grep. Okay, Here you can use awk also. So here you see awk pattern all lines, print all lines matching a pattern in files. So here trying to print all the line matching the pattern in file. Here you can use awk also, sed also you can use it. So these are the very popular command, and I must ask you to spend good amount of time here, because this will help you a lot for searching some file with a pattern and things like that. So here find command which will help you to find a file based on file property. File property means file name. Let me show you this. This is the file, right? And properties. So here based on the name, type, location, size, created, modified, access, attributes. So these are the properties of file. So you can find a file based on the property. Here you can find a right file based on the content of the property. Content actually. Okay, based on the content of the file. So that is like you can use this. Awk also you can use it for the this one. And sed is basically editor. Sed and vi is editor. Very powerful editor, sed. Okay, search editor you can say. So these are the editors. So I must ask you to spend good amount of time for this. So let's say, let me check, find command, enter here. This tutorial you can use it for learning this, and please take it seriously. This one very important command actually. Okay, so here one more tutorial is here. This one. Just this is the grep command. Here you have. You can use this one. Okay, so let me write this one. Sorry, grep command here. So these are all the try out these scenarios. Okay, here also we have it. So try it out, and Linux find let me get another place also. Linux find here. So this all this please try it out. Here's a find command, and awk. Let me see if I have here, and then it must be here. Linux awk here. So like that, please try it out. These commands, and one more I want to give it to you, which is sed, right? So let me first search here. Ah, so here you see this command. Okay, so you please try this out. This is important for us. Okay, so this four commands itself will save lots of your time while working with Linux. So please remember that. Okay, so coming back to the flow, uh, let me here. Yeah. So this command, source command, basically very helpful for setting up the variables if you have put it in the file. So let me show you this. So let's say there is a variable. So variable, how to set the variable? So here just say export, okay, and in environment. So if you say like this, look at this here, a name is equal to Rajesh. I set now echo dollar name. I see that. Now if you want to export this name in the environment variable, then how do you do that? So for that, here you have to use export name is equal to Rajesh1, and now if you print this Rajesh1, so this way it get exported to environment. Now if you have so many variables, how do you do that? So for that, I'll create one file. This is file called Raju, something like that, and inside this file name, I'll put the multiple variable name Rajesh 123, age 16. Save it. Now if I source this, all the variables will be in one go. And you see, this way you can do that. Are you understanding, all of you?
Rajesh, what's the difference between export, like why we did export name Rajesh one? It's
So
just
this is exporting to environment variable. So it temporary for this particular session, you are importing to environment variable. So that's all.
but when you have written name is equal to Rajesh, so then also that was available, right? When you
Uh,
echo name.
yeah, that is true. Uh, but export, you can use it. This will be there for the current party. Export also will be there for the current party because I did it. But typically, what happens? Export command we use with profile and all when we log in. So that time uh, this is important for that at the time,
Okay.
because export command, if you do, you don't need to source actually. So that's the reason we inside the file we put this export. So sourcing is not required for this. But here I set it up on the command line. Typically we don't do this export in the command line. We put this line in the file actually. So here those files will run. Sourcing is not required for that.
Okay.
Okay. So these some of the commands which we have a diff between the two files, means difference, find out the difference between two files, or short the files, file names and all stuff like that. You can understand this one. This is for changing the directory. Cd dot dot means go back one directory, cd to user home, cd to certain directories, like that. Now compression. So here in Linux we have archive utility and compression utility. Okay, so don't get confused. Archive means it will archive the whole files, means multiple files and directory into one, and with limited compression. So and compression will do that archive plus compression. So here it will do archive but very little compression. Here it will do the archive also and compression also. So here compressions we have, see archive we have one tool which is called zip. Zip is for compression also. But there's one very popular tool which has been used for archiving, which is called tar. Okay. So tar has no compression or little compression, you can say. So you have archived the tar, and after that, if you want to really compress and for the better algorithm in Linux, then you can use JZip versus gunzip. That means JZip you use for compress the tarball, and then if you want to uncompress it, then you use gunzip actually. So that way. So which one is good, zip or tar or gzip? Which one is good? Let me check it out, and you tell me which is good. So this is the directory. Okay, here I want to zip here, or this is the zipping, and this is how done. So okay, there's only few files are there. Let me use some other because I want to show you some results actually for the which is better. So I want to use this one. Yep, done. So now after this zipping process, which has archiving and plus compression, the size should be. How do we check the size? This is the DU. Okay, 77 MB. But what about if I tar it and then compress it? So let me tar it first. Tar hyphen c for create vf and dot tar. This I tar it. Now if I tar it, let me show you this. This is the zip. This is a tarred one, archived one. So here you have, see. So between the tar and zip, which is better? You tell me.
Zip, zip is better.
Zip
Yeah,
has
zip is
compressed
better.
more.
But now I'll zip and gun zip actually. Gzip, sorry, gzip. Star ball. Now tell me which is better. Which is better. So here
So
you have a
after that, gzip is
76.
better.
Yeah. So that is the reason you see that most of the file which you find on the internet, they have a tard with its gzip. Okay. This is the one. You can see I downloaded Helm file. They had a tar ball. A zip also you'll find it, but little bit comparatively. Tarring plus gunzipping, gzipping is better compression and archival. So it's up to you. So yeah, you should try this command. It will help you. For file transfer, this command means file transfer between the two machines actually. You need a secure copy, which is SCP command. If you have two machines, you want to do that, then SCP you can use it actually. I must recommend trying this commands SAP for sometimes, so you'll at least remember that. Now this is a very powerful command. I must remind you, rsync. By the way, whichever the command is helpful for us, I'm just putting in this file, so there's no wasted command here. So rsync command, which will help you to take a backup actually. Very powerful command actually, rsync command. Now the backup, but this will be done, uh, you know, only the delta will be synced actually. It's not entire directory will be synced from one to another place. You can say it's a sync between the two directories. And the moment one directory have some changes, automatically that will be synced to another directory or other machines also. That is the important one. So very useful utility. Uh, I've been using a lot for this backup. So please try these commands also. Some of the commands which will help you to,
It will
yeah.
sync on running a command or it will be automatic?
This you can automate actually using the cron tab or something like that. Cron tab
Okay,
means it is a way in which you can set up some jobs at a certain times. So
schedulers.
cron schedulers sort of it. So at the certain time that command will run and automatically they will sync. So it will not copy the entire directory again and again. Only the changed one will be copy entire files and directory, the one which is changed actually. So very useful command I've used from last so many years. Very easy, very effective actually. So here are some commands we should practice it for users and group. Like you want to see that last system login, who users who's logged in. You can add a group, add a new user, modify the group, modify the user, and delete the user, modify the user again, change the group of the users and all. Now, package installation. So this is something which we have to understand. Very simple one. So package manager. So Windows, mobile, Ubuntu, RHEL, CentOS. Tell me, in Windows, which package manager we are using? Have you used Choco? Choco is being used for package manager. In mobile, you have used Play Store, correct now? Install the packages. In Ubuntu, we use apt, and in RHEL CentOS, we use yum. Command is same. Yum install Java, apt install Java, Choco install Java. So that way. So different platform, different package managers are available to use it. So if you want to install or remove, you can use this utility. So yeah. So here if you see that yum is there, here we have apt and all kind of things. Are you understanding what I'm trying to say? All of you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So please remember that, practice this one also. And now if you want to work with the processes and all, so this command will help you ps, ptree, pmap, top, kill. So some of the commands we might not find in your machine. So no problem, you can install it using apt or yum if you're using RHEL or Ubuntu, depends, and so on. So to check the process running in the background, FBG. To bring the background process to the foreground, FG, and so on. You can try. This is this command to know the system information, your name, to check the uptime, to know the host name, last reboot and all. So I must ask you to practice all these commands. Don't miss it. Yeah, you don't need to remember this command because once you practice it after that, based upon the scenario, you will able to recall this. Some commands are for the disk uses and all. So for example, df-kh, these are the my mounts, do-sh dot to check the size of the directory of files or something like that. So you can do that also. Okay, so this commands which I covered last time only, how to log into remote host and so on. Now, there is one command which I want you to understand that is called chmod command. So let me talk about it here. ls-lrt. Let's just copy this one here. This is the some files and directory, and I want you to focus on this one.
If you would have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopsschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest. Thanks for watching.